multiple bounce roll, orchestral roll, press roll, and buzz roll all mean the same thing. In rudimental snare drum music, rolls are assumed to be played as double stroke rolls unless otherwise notated, and usually notated with a Z on the note stem. In orchestral music, rolls are assumed to be played as multiple bounce rolls unless perhaps you're playing a march or they're otherwise notated. You'll never find this rudiment in rudiment competitions, and the reason for playing it from slow to fast isn't necessary to play it the same way, but to work on your buzz durations. Start slow and gradually speed up the hand motion until you get to that optimum speed where you have a nice even buzz roll with little or no pulsation. Now notice I'm going to be playing traditional grip. That's because I can play buzz rolls better traditional grip than I can match grip. That's me. Most people will probably want to play their orchestral rolls match grip. Also, I'm going to be playing off center. The deadest part of any drum head is in the center. That's where the note is. So off center you get a little more ring, it gives you a little more sustain. Even to the edge you get some ring, but then it gets a little nasally. So watch where you play on the head and get the timbre that you want. The best spot to play buzz rolls is off center. Notice with this rudiment, I'm not trying to play as fast as I can. That's not the objective. I'm trying to get the best sound out of my buzz rolls as possible. The smoothest sound with little pulsation. And that's going to change depending on the drum you're playing, the sticks you're using, the room you're in, the dynamic you're playing, by a little. So be aware of it and listen for a good sound on your buzz rolls. On vicfirth.com, there's a suggested chart for the hand speed depending on the tempo you're playing for all your buzz rolls. Check out that chart, play each one. Something similar to that is also in my book, Dr. Throwdown's Rudimental Remedies, as well as an etude that I'm going to play for you now. This is in lesson 4, and this is exercise number 5. I'm going to play it in 2 different tempos, a slow tempo and a fast tempo. And once again, the faster one isn't necessarily harder. It's just the hand speed for the rolls are going to have fewer strokes in the faster tempo than in the slower tempo. So as you watch the two, watch for that. You're going to notice a lot more strokes in the slower tempo, a lot fewer in the faster tempo. That was just 2 of the tempos on one exercise in my book, Dr. Throwdown's Rudimental Remedies. That was exercise number 5 of lesson 4, multiple bounce rolls. Each lesson, which there's 25 of them, has several exercises and then an etude that kind of ties all the exercises together. Each exercise and etude has a play-along track. Each play-along track is set in 7 different tempos, from tempo del Lerno to ludicrous speed. So go pick up this book. You can get it at your local fine percussion store online, or you can go to my website, johnwooten.com. It's all O's. There's no E in my name. One more practice tip for you. We're spending a lot of time on this rudiment because it's an important rudiment and it's difficult to play well. You should practice this rudiment on a drum. Not always on a practice pad, but on a drum. Different kinds of drums with different drum heads and with different tensions. They're all going to be different. They're going to feel different. All right? And to practice the nuances too on the different parts of the heads with different kinds of sticks. This is all very important. Practice your sound. Get a good quality buzz roll. Look at the play-along tracks on this website, in my book. There's lots of opportunities to practice. And remember, have fun.